Hey y'all, welcome to the Team LocoFit Roundtable, hosted by me, Laurin Conlon, owner of Team LocoFit. Each week, I am joined by one of our coaches to dive headfirst into the nutrition, training, mindset, and coaching strategies we use with our clients. If you loved the show, please subscribe, leave us a review, tell a friend, you know the drill. And for more information about coaching, the programs we offer, and additional content, visit teamlocofit.com.
All right, and we are back, and I'm with Coach. Oh, whoa! You surprised?
Yes.
You want to do more pew pews? Like you did last time.
I was gonna start with something, and I forgot.
Okay, so rewind. Let's go. You open it up.
Hey guys. Hey y'all. I can't remember now.
Really? Is that what you were gonna do? You're gonna make fun of me?
No, I wasn't actually. That was just last
Okay,
minute.
one more time. Rewind.
Here is my head bashing routine by Gillian, creative director, Team LocoFit. You're welcome. There you go. I'm done.
Such a sick intro.
I know, right?
I need to take.
It didn't pan out how I wanted it to, but
it was way better in your head, and then you said it.
It was way better before I forgot what I was going to say. So.
All right.
That's how you know that I'm going to be on the podcast, because there's no rhyme or reason to any of the intros.
This is off to a really good start. And this is actually going to be another funny episode, because I know you guys love these. And so we've gone through the depths of Instagram and TikTok, and now we stumbled upon Reddit diet advice. Honestly, I feel like Reddit is just like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it is like such a weird...
After my ventures into Reddit, I've realized that a lot of the pages that I stumbled upon are kind of just like parody accounts, or like parody pages of what you'd find on Instagram.
Okay.
Much. So like,
are we sure? Is this their sense of humor?
It's like literally all a joke from what I've seen. Like literally the posts and the comments, it's just one giant like making fun of something. So I found it really funny and entertaining to read through some of the posts. Some of them I have here. Some of them are just like kind of infographics from like certain programs that are stupid.
And this is perfect because tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So all of the, New Year, New Me diets, so really funny. So one of my clients, this is not really funny. We were joking about it, so it's okay. She got COVID and she got COVID. No. She was pretty knocked out, and we were joking because she was basically like, I was on my COVID, like my liquid diet. So she basically had like orange juice and protein shakes for like a week. And I was like, oh, is that like
not
your...
together, hopefully.
I don't know. I was like, are you guys offering online coaching now? Is this your like New Year's cleanse?
New Year's COVID diet?
New Year's COVID diet.
Oh my God.
Hey,
is that the title of the podcast?
Probably gonna lose some weight.
The COVID diet?
I was just dying. I was like, yeah, bro, you can just start offering online coaching now because you're cleansed. That works so well. But yeah, no, the New Year's is right around the corner, and we actually fully support New Year's resolutions, goals, new direction. Like, I love all that. Like, I'm so for that. But there's definitely there's definitely some bad advice that goes around. And if you guys listened to our last podcast, which was all about, do diets work? And we really dove into some of the science, but really also just some of like the implications of, behavior change and all of that, and how important all that is. So, getting into like a New Year diet, like, whether it's like this juice cleanse, like those are real things, you know what I mean? Like we've talked about before, like these are real things. So like, bringing this up is funny, but it also is important to kind of shed light on these things.
Some people get sucked into these things, whether it's like, oh my God, do this diet with me, or
it seems enticing, like
quick start to the new year, or kickstart your weight loss, or stuff like that.
I had a client send me something. What the hell is it? It's like one of these fancy diet names now, which is basically. Was
it the hormone one with like the belly you showed me?
No, oh my God, that's awful.
Hormone belly. Something like that.
Oh yeah, that was on Twitter. Ugh. But I'm still like scarred over seeing that.
Just like have PTSD.
Literally. No, she was. We're gonna start a cut in the new year, and she's like, is there anything I need to do to prepare for it? And she was like, should I buy these Tupperware? And it's like some diet Tupperware.
It was the one with like the different colors and different,
literally
it's just, and this is for
it's just colored Tupperware.
I think my parents have those.
Oh my God. I'm not against colored Tupperware, but it was
not put them on blast, but it was just like something that was like in an old diet thing that like help with portion sizes.
Yeah, which again, I can
Not
appreciate that, but it's just like,
okay,
let's actually understand the portions. Like, we don't need to buy this fancy Tupperware. Anyways, so hit me with some Reddit gems.
Yes. And just to preface this, some of them are like posts, some of them are just, screen caps of like
just
stupid diets.
Points.
And also I have some other stupid diets that we're going to go through from the last podcast that we did.
This is all Jill does.
Yeah, this is
she
all
gets headaches and looks at bad diets.
Just see me in my sunglasses like on the couch.
No wonder you always have headaches.
Just scrolling through my phone. Like, this is fun to kind of read through when like I just want something to laugh at. So you know what, let's just start with someone we've all heard of, Dr. Oz, right?
Yeah.
Our favorite weight loss doctor, who's not really a weight loss doctor, but he just, gives us more
content.
So this is the 21-day weight loss breakthrough, I guess.
Ooh,
so
sick.
this pretty much just maps out some of your day. So morning, mid-afternoon, first thing in the morning pretty much, and mid-afternoon, you're gonna have oolong tea.
Okay.
And then for breakfast, you're gonna have healthy fat and fiber. So they gave an example like avocado toast for breakfast, super basic.
Okay. No protein. Sick.
Yeah, it doesn't show any protein there. Mid-morning snack is 1 serving of fruit.
Okay.
So that's 1 medium piece of fruit or a half cup of berries. That's your snack. Snack. And lunch and dinner is really just gonna be what?
Why even eat?
I know.
I'm like, ooh, that half cup of berries.
Wait until we get into some of the other diets I found, because actually that'll be next, okay? But they give you pretty much a food list here for lunch and dinner. So for plant protein, that's what they recommend. So you're gonna have a quarter of a block of tofu. That could be a cup of tempeh, some seeds, a cup of beans or legumes. So those are your protein sources to choose from, pretty much. We have a lot to talk about here. And also, you get unlimited non-starchy vegetables. And for healthy fats, you get 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Wow. Sick meal.
Yeah. And also you get
block
another snack.
Block of tofu and some oil.
Yeah, and you get another snack that day too. So that could be a serving of fruit or a serving of nuts or nut butter, I think, from the looks of it.
Thank God.
Oh God.
I was getting so hungry just reading this.
So satisfying. Right?
So.
Oh yeah, also, just to kind of top this off, right? You're like, when will this end? It says limit animal protein, which we could have already guessed, and also eliminate sugar, processed foods, artificial sweeteners, and limit dairy.
Okay.
Ta-da! Stellar diet right there. Dude.
Now, is there something to, a period of, hey, maybe we need to take this out, especially if somebody has a problem with it, right? Which most people have a problem with some of those foods. When you say eliminate sugar, we know all carbs are sugar. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know that, or most people think of it as, the extra candies and sodas and shit like that. If that's your advice, that's fine, right? People may have a problem with that.
Yeah, maybe like for a general pop, like if someone's eating the standard American diet,
that's necessary.
A good piece of advice.
Pretty good advice. I wish they would just clarify,
not
like processed foods or like added sugar. I wish they would say it like that.
Yeah, you can't really label it as bad, though. That's kind of what I would say. But
yeah, so part of it, like we talked about in the last podcast, is understanding habits and understanding kind of like the big picture, right? So for what do you call it? 21-day something?
Breakthrough.
Yeah,
diet,
21-day breakthrough.
Yeah.
For 21 days, maybe that's a good idea for you to do that, right? Like maybe, all right, you've been having too much of this, getting this kind of kickstart, like we talked about before, like it's going to build confidence if you hit these things and you do them effectively.
Yeah.
But how do we work out of this? Which is always the issue.
Yeah.
Doing it for 21 days is not the issue. What the issue is now when those 21 days are over, at day 22,
what's next?
Do you house a liter of soda?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like that's where we need to have that conversation of like, all right, it's not that we can't have this ever again, it's that we need to maybe moderate how much we're having.
Yeah, we have to work in these habits toward, day to day rather than put a deadline on them, right? Oh, I'm just going to do this for 21 days and then I'm done. No, it's not how it works.
Yeah. You can't look at this as a done kind of a thing. It's a lifelong thing. And if somebody were to look at that, they go, I couldn't do that for the rest of my life. No shit. That's a terrible diet to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But could you eat better for the rest of your life? Yeah, you could do that if you.
Actually, I'm fine with my quarter of a block of tofu.
Block.
Quarter block.
Just like the way that that just sounds is like just so unappealing.
How big of a block are we talking here?
Yeah, I mean, what size of tofu are we talking about? You guys already know how I feel about animal proteins and how I feel about
we just had that podcast.
mixed narrative with that. And listen, if you choose to not do that for your own reason, I would also encourage you to still listen to that podcast because it's still educational. It's still educational. But for most people who don't have a problem eating animal proteins, the idea that it's actually healthier to not do that is wrong. You will, and this is where Ryan jokes with us all the time. He goes around the house like, I'm plant-based, because I was like, plant-based in the literature means that you have plants in your diet. So you have fruits, you have vegetables, you have whole grains. You see a lot of benefits from a plant-based diet, not necessarily a no animal diet, right? So like he'll throw like spinach on his meals. Like, I'm plant-based. I'm like, yeah, that's what you are. You're totally plant-based. But the idea of eating more stuff like that is a good idea. But that doesn't mean that eliminating protein sources, which clearly that diet had like 25 grams of protein for the fucking day, is just not adequate. It's not sufficient.
Or maybe double that if we're talking lunch and dinner.
Oh, it was lunch and dinner. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you're getting 50 or 60 grams.
Which is like...
unless you're a child, you need more than that. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Dr. Oz, fuck off, like usual.
As usual.
Such a disappointment.
Stay in your lane.
He's probably really nice. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I really don't know. Maybe he's a total dick. I don't know. I don't really care, but he puts out a lot of information.
Yeah, but he keeps us working. So
yes, exactly. Hey,
actually,
keep on keeping on, man.
Well, this diet, this is one of those crazy diets, and personally, I don't really actually, Okay, so part of me is like, part of me is like, I agree, and then part of me is like, it's rated 10 out of 10 on the crazy scale, so maybe not.
Okay.
So it's called the ice cream cleanse.
Oh. I'm like, did you write this? Joe wrote this, guy.
I totally wrote this article. No, I didn't. But rules. Okay, you eat 5 pints of special ice cream a day. And I don't know what this special ice cream is. I don't know what brand it is. But apparently the ice cream is made from coconut cream and honey. So maybe it's like a vegan ice cream. I'm not sure. But
they really call it special?
Yeah, special ice cream a day. And this brand name version, basically over 3 days, it's going to cost you $200 to buy this ice cream. Because you're going to be eating it 5 times a day. So I don't know what that comes out to. But basically you're eating 5 pints of this special ice cream a day.
15 pints times divided by 200. Yeah, that's like $12 a pint.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
the
expensive.
fuck?
Geez, that's more than like Halo Top, right?
Yeah. The most expensive I've ever bought, which is kind of a low,
the first
was
thing I thought,
$7.99 for a pint. That was a lot. Yeah. But
I was thinking Halo Top or Enlightened when I read this, and then it said coconut cream and honey, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just like some fancy brand or whatever.
Yeah.
But the rationale behind it is that it controls your calories for a deficit that produces weight loss, and you get to eat ice cream all day. I don't know the calories on it, it doesn't say, but I can imagine that 5 pints of ice cream in a day.
Even the lowest calorie ice cream, and those two ingredients aren't really low calorie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's so it's not like
maybe they're going off like, oh, since it's made of this stuff, it's supposed to be
the idea that it's called special is really creepy to me. Funny. Like what else is in here? They just like special
like
stuff.
Speaking of deficiencies,
you're speaking of nutrient deficiencies, you're gonna be good on your calcium. After this cleanse, but about everything else. And
exactly.
Think about just how like
this awful. Guy in the article was like, "What are you gonna do when you go out to dinner?" Like,
I brought my ice cream.
Don't worry, guys, I have meal prep.
Oh yeah, I totally meal prepped all week, and it's just pints of ice cream.
Just buying ice cream.
Done. What if you just read the ice cream part and you just went and bought like Talenti, and you had like 5 pints of that?
Oh god! Like, or Ben & Jerry's alone could be like $1,200 a pint.
Or like like all those crazy ones. Jenny. So the one that I spent $7.99 on is Jenny's.
I've never had that.
Honestly, it was really good, but I was like, I haven't bought one since because I felt so bad about the fact that it was $7.99 and I ate it in one serving because it's a pint.
Yeah.
That's a serving. So I was like, I kind of hate myself for this. So.
I mean, I used to be on that Halo Top Enlighten train, so...
Ooh, Enlighten is rough. Sorry.
I kind of liked Enlighten more than Halo Top, to be honest. You just
had
to let it sit
They had
out.
like a gummy kind of taste in it.
I thought some of the... Actually, you know what? The worst one ever, I think I had it back, like, oh my god, it had to be, like, years ago, though. Because I think they redid a bunch of stuff. But Arctic Zero, it was, like, literally ice.
Yeah,
ice with maybe, like, some stevia in there. Disgusting. Like, if you'd rather just chew on ice at that point.
Yeah, they did, I think, reformulate it and it got better. But
apparently.
honestly, those kinds of things, like, even when I was dieting a lot, I was always
it just throws off my stomach too with all the sugar alcohols. And
yeah,
that
there's
shit.
so much shit in there.
Yeah, if I want a stomach ache and maybe a lot of gas.
Yes. But even then, like, it's just never as satisfying in my opinion as the real thing. So I would always kind of be like, honestly, even now I buy Skinny Cow.
I like the Yasso bars.
Yeah, Yasso bars and Skinny Cow. Like if I'm
good
because I can't like if I just keep ice cream, I'm just gonna eat like the real shit, you know. So it's like, all right, that's not a good idea for me. So I keep around, Skinny Cow or Yasso bars.
Yeah, it's super easy to just grab one.
It's
like easy or two.
But
those Teehee podcast.
Yeah. Really, you just wanted to come with this so you could see how much ice cream we could talk about. But yeah, Skinny Cow, the
now
sandwiches.
We're critiquing Lauren's diet.
Yeah, now we're critiquing my diet. I'm like, I do the ice cream cleanse. But even as much as I love it, I couldn't. I mean, five pints.
Oh no.
And no other texture. Like, I'm a texture. Like, I gotta have texture.
It's like you think you can eat, but then when you actually get a lot of something, you're like, actually, I don't think I can do this.
Maybe that's the trick. Maybe they want you to hate ice cream.
Maybe they just want you
to
develop
a lactose intolerance after the 3 days.
Oh my god.
You can never have it again.
Yeah, it's like, I can't live it. Actually, I feel like that with cucumbers. One time I was just on a cucumber kick, and now I just can't eat them anymore. Oh, and that actually can take us into the next one.
Oh god.
Forget what I was just going to talk about. This is the one I showed you, actually.
So many jokes.
This one is pretty much another text post on Reddit, and it's basically like someone reacting to this tip to pretty much just, hey, if you're tempted to eat a donut or chocolate, just eat 3 cucumbers. Boom, craving gone. Good work. No. I mean, in a way, like, yeah, if you're filling up your stomach with like 3 whole cucumbers, yeah, you're probably not going to be hungry physically, but I don't think that would satisfy your craving for donuts.
That just sounds like a stomach ache.
And literally this text post is just written in, like the SpongeBob meme with like the capital lowercase letters. It was like, I wanted a donut, so I ate a cucumber. Yeah. All right, good luck with that. And that can kind of, it's like the same thing as like the sweet cucumber trend that we keep saying with like cinnamon and stevia and vom.
Oh my god.
I don't know if anyone's tried that, but
there is nothing more horrific in my opinion than a sweet cucumber.
Like, I don't know what the appeal is there. I don't think I'm ever gonna want to try it, but honestly that should be your next ChatGTV.
If you see any just taste testing.
We could do like the green Opti Greens chicken and the and
it's our Christmas card.
Oh my god.
Everybody's like, we're canceling our subscriptions. We don't want to be a part of this team anymore. Oh the sweet cucumber thing is just a hard no for me. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, to some extent, like, you're gonna go through life when you have cravings, right? Mm-hmm. And there's gonna be time periods where you're like, oh my god, I really want that. And sometimes you just kind of gotta get through it, Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta push through, and then sometimes it's like, okay, let me just make room for this thing, and I'm done.
Or why don't I go get this in a controlled way? Like, if you know for yourself, like, if you haven't done the ice cream cleanse and you still like ice cream but don't have a lactose issue, you're still, like, it might be something that, like, if you, I have these good intentions, I'm going to buy this whole thing. And then maybe that's just too hard. Maybe go out and get a scoop or 2 of ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, there are ways we can work this stuff in so that we're not just sitting there eating cucumbers and feeling sad. You can, if you have the wiggle room for it and you're in a position where you can flexibly, like, make that happen, then I don't see any reason why you can't.
Yeah. And also, I think, too, and this goes back to just dieting behaviors in general, when people are not eating nutrient-dense foods, I feel like they actually crave, like, shittier food, right? Like, if you're eating, like,
It's
fresh,
designed
whole,
to do that.
Yeah, it literally creates, it's hyper palatable for a reason. You never really get satisfied or full from it, and you want more of it. So
yeah.
I still
like sets off a dopamine response to have like those sugary,
and then you keep searching for it. So if you eat whole foods, you know what I mean, you have fruits, you have vegetables, you have fiber, you drink water,
you're gonna crave less of those things.
Now, you're still gonna want them every once in a while. Like, do we both eat ice cream and dessert? Fuck yeah.
We just had ice cream the other day.
I mean, literally, it's my favorite. But it's, again, that's in a different setting, or that's in a, like, now I do things like, okay, I bought the Skinny Cow, or we go out and we get, like, a scoop of ice cream. That's way different than, being obsessive about it. And if you were just eating, like, if you weren't eating foods that supported your goals or your health, you would probably want those things more. Or if you just have a really negative connotation around food. This was a really weird, not weird, but it was kind of like a reminder, like, wow, like, this is how far I've come with this kind of stuff. So, Jingle Jangle, anybody who had that?
I've never had it. I keep seeing it though.
Not fucking surprised, but I'm just gonna literally lock you. I'm gonna lock you in a room and just have a loop of like movies and food.
Does anyone else's HR just like aggressively tell them to eat pumpkin pie? Like, I mean, is this just me?
Dude, you never seen Christmas Vacation?
No.
Like, we have a coach text, and I sent like a gift back, and I was like, oh, they definitely didn't even get this reference. It was like Uncle Eddie when he's in the store, and he's like real nice, and like he does this like, that'll be real nice. Like, it's a whole thing. Anyways, I sent it, and I was like, oh, they're not even gonna get how funny this is because they never seen any of the movies. But anyway, so Jingle Jangle is a mix of like just amazing stuff. It's like chocolate covered pretzels and chocolate covered popcorn and like some peanut butter cups and like just a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah.
And there have been times where I'd gotten that, and it's like, okay, get home, eat as much of it as I can, and then I feel sick, and then it's like I obsess over it, you know what I mean? Maybe have a lot of it over the next few days, or just throw it out, right? Like, it's kind of one of those like weird things, because it became this like, oh my god, I can't have this in the house. Literally, I had a whole tin for 2 weeks, which now is no like fucking medal of honor for me, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that I had a little bit, almost every day over 2 weeks, never once was obsessive over it. Like, sure, it was good and I like enjoyed it, but it was never like, oh my god, I can't wait to have Jingle Jingle later, or like, should I have it, should I not have it, should I do, like, it was just kind of like, oh, there it is, I'll have like a little bit after my meal. And it's such a difference, and I was like, wow, like, this is like so cool for anybody who's ever dealt with those issues.
I was like the same way, like that. I think, if I'm thinking back like to high school, like there'd be like a pint of ice cream or something in the freezer, and like, I'd have to go in there every day and like just pick on it. But now I have like 2 big tubs, because Steven brought home like those Christmas flavors. I haven't even like,
from Bluebell?
No, not Bluebell, it was the Publix brand.
Bluebell has the best Christmas cookie.
But yeah, I have those in the freezer, and I'm just like, I haven't really felt the need to like go at it. If I want it, then I'm gonna like account for it. But
it's such a different
thing when you can see those changes over time. But yeah, what were we just talking about?
Maybe if we did the ice cream cleanse.
Oh yeah, true. We would appreciate it more. Does a gallon count? The big one?
Listen, I'm not judging. It's fine.
Well, this one is called the dessert with breakfast diet. Now that we're talking about hyperpalatable foods.
Yeah, I'm like,
we're flowing so well here. I feel really accomplished right now.
We're in a flow state. It's fine. We are health and mental function.
Is that a yoga thing? I have no idea.
No. Flow, some people call it, like, when you're like really focused on something and things feel effortless.
Don't know. I can't relate. But okay.
You're like, sounds fucking rad. I wish I could do that.
Cool for you. Anyway, dessert with breakfast diet. That sounds good, right?
That sounds
every morning
great.
we eat breakfast that's high in protein, about 45 grams, depending on your weight.
Support this.
And it says high in carbs, about 60 grams, plus desserts such as chocolate, donut, cookie, or cake. And the rationale behind this is that extra protein and carbs will fend off hunger, and eating treats in the morning will curb your sweet tooth later on.
I actually feel like that's totally the opposite
thing. Yeah.
Oh my god, if I have sweet stuff in the morning,
I'm the same way.
It's like game over for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like this is why I don't eat like my cream of rice or oatmeal first thing in the morning. I would much rather have like protein and some kind of fat in there. And
maybe some bread.
I love bread. Just kidding. It's an inside joke. But yeah, this is why I'd much rather have protein majority of take up the majority of my breakfast. Some fats in there, a little bit of carbs. I don't like to have sweet breakfasts just because I find that even an hour later I'm starving.
God. Dude,
and literal true hunger I'm talking about, not just mental hunger.
Yeah, and the cravings. I feel like literally during the day, if I have something that's super sweet early, that's all I want for the rest of the day. It literally sets the tone for my day.
Yeah, I just
in a bad way.
I just crave more of that sooner, and also just my hunger just doesn't do well like that for whatever reason. So.
And I think everybody, some people obviously have bigger sweet tooths than others, but we're both people who like sweet food. So, if you know that about yourself, moderate that. And for me, I always find that having fiber is really useful. And I find that fruit's actually really helpful. Yeah. I love fruit, and I find that having fruit in your diet, whole fruit, can actually be very satisfying for those types of cravings.
Satiating, especially if I want something quick before I head out to the gym. I'll probably just have an apple or something. Right now I haven't been having them just because of my stomach issues, but tea. But and it's funny because this website that I got this from, this guy literally said this is based on research, it's solid, and yada yada. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're looking at, but it seems kind of counterintuitive.
Now maybe it might work for some people, but maybe. I don't.
I can't imagine just having that big of a breakfast
and dessert.
Maybe you'll be full for the entire day. I feel I'm trying to envision how I would feel after such a big breakfast like that, and I'm thinking of if I were to have a big ass brunch, right?
Yeah, that's
I'm probably spending the entire day just digesting it.
Yeah, if we go somewhere like that and we eat a big meal like that,
I'll probably just have another meal later in the day and I'll be good.
Yeah, a protein shake, not really trying to eat a bunch of food.
So I guess it depends on the person and how you respond to that thing, but I just don't think that's a good idea.
No,
especially if you're trying to diet.
If you're trying to diet, certainly not. And I just find that when you do eat like that, you just don't digest things as well, and you just don't physically look as good. Obviously do that every once in a while. But if you do that for a few days in a row, if I travel and I eat these really just big, super dense meals and stuff, I'm just always this is not a good move. Maybe I need some lower calorie things in my life.
Are we really picking apart your diet in this podcast?
Hey, I got you last time, so it's
yeah, you did. So this one is kind of it's another post on Reddit. And this person is pretty much sharing a diet hack with us.
Oh, okay.
Completely a joke. Gonna press it just because, I feel like I need to with Reddit.
I really hope so.
Oh, yeah, I would hope so too, just because it's really dumb.
Okay.
But basically, this guy says, buckle up, everyone, okay? Crouton nutrition labels offer servings in grams, like a lot of things do. Not just croutons alone. That was a weird thing to point out, but... he says 0 grams of croutons equals 0 calories, right? So you put 1 crouton on your food scale, that's 0 grams of croutons, 0 calories. So carefully place 1 crouton on your food scale to be rewarded with a 0 calorie snack. Bonus diet hack is place croutons one by one onto your food scale for infinite 0 calorie croutons. Go forth and eat croutons, everyone.
But this does open up the discussion for 0 calorie foods,
and
right?
that leads into the next post. I tell you, oh my god, oh my god. But
this is peak flow state.
So that's what I'm gonna do for my next diet.
Okay, just croutons.
Croutons one by one.
Perfect. This just follows up with the bread that you love to eat. So
no.
it's just
actually croutons. I know. I don't really see the point in them.
They're such a waste to me. There's never.
If I wanted something crunchy, I'd go for walnuts or something. I don't know.
I've never, they just taste oily.
It's just hey, what do I do with the stale bread?
Yeah.
Here you go. Serve it to people.
Salad. Thanks. I'd rather eat the bread, you assholes. Croutons are weird. But as far as 0 calorie foods go, or low calorie stuff or whatever.
There's literally a post I have right here from Reddit that says, what are 0 calorie foods? And it shows
cucumbers.
Apples,
What?
apricots, asparagus, eggplant, beetroot, berries, broccoli. These are definitely not low calorie or 0 calorie.
Yeah.
Some of them are low calorie, but not 0.
Not 0.
Nothing
what?
0 calories.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's giving these as examples. I'm like,
remember that thing? What did it say that? What was that old thing? Like celery's negative calories because of the chewing.
Because you're chewing more calories.
They're like,
it burns more calories than
I don't know if that's how that works. But
go off.
especially if you put like peanut butter on it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, this is totally calorie free, right?
God, I would just like snack on celery and peanut butter, and it's like, oh my god, it's such a
so healthy.
Like, low calorie.
But yeah, nothing is 0 calorie.
Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble if you are in that camp.
And
I'm sure
now there are some people who are like, oh my god, who cares? So there's two ways of thinking about this, right? Like, say you have like spray for like your pan or whatever, right? People are like, oh my god, should I count that? You're like, no.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Very nitpicky.
Relax. Like, you do not need.
You're literally just spraying the pan. It's not like you're
to do
holding it down and spraying the entire can on your food.
That would be of other concern. You know what I mean? Just use a little oil then.
Yeah.
But so stuff like that, like, do we recommend people counting that? No. Now, if you are though having stuff that's these like funky foods with all these like fillers and like the fake sugars and like that's where they're trying to get like 0 calorie and stuff, that's not only just like probably not 0 calories, it's also just like, again, 2 parts. 1, a shitstorm for your stomach. Like, all that stuff never really ends up, in my opinion.
Fake sugars or the added, soluble corn fiber that they add into shit.
Yeah, all of that is just kind of like in your stomach.
Yeah,
that noise.
It literally
is what it feels
like that's actually what the pain would feel like. It's
yeah,
just like
that noise.
This rock of.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But on top of that, what I've also found is that when people, I feel like when people become obsessed with low 0 calorie things,
yeah,
they become even hungrier.
Oh yeah,
right.
Sure.
Like,
it's like when you're thinking about I don't know, when you're thinking about like avoiding hunger, but you just make it worse. Like,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
I feel like you at some point, especially if somebody is in a deficit, right? Particularly if they're in a contest prep diet, accept that you're going to be hungry, and you will get through it much easier.
It's not something to panic over either.
Yeah.
So many people want to avoid hunger, and
they end up thinking more about it.
Yeah. You end up just thinking on it more, and that just makes it worse. Rather than just, hey, I'm hungry right now, and I actually am hungry right now. Fun fact.
Yeah.
But it's like,
fun fact.
Okay, it is what it is. Like, what are you gonna do? Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing next. Okay. Duh. But yeah, it's like you're just making it worse by making it a bigger thing than it really is. Hey, I'm hungry, I need to eat something as soon as I can. No, it's not a big deal. Like, it's a very normal response to have.
So yeah, if you're always focusing on these 0 low calorie things, I just find that it actually makes it like way worse. Now, is it good to have some lower calorie options? Like, do I think that you need to be putting butter on everything? No. So, if you could have something like a sugar-free barbecue sauce,
like I use sugar-free ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't tell the difference. Might as well.
Stuff like that does add up.
Yeah.
But as always, there's kind of like an extreme.
There's time and place. Like, if you're in competition prep, for example, right? This is a different context. Obviously, you want to track your condiments because we're focusing on the details there, But for someone who is, right now, I'm not tracking condiments. I'm not tracking any of that small stuff, my coffee creamer, none of that.
Yeah.
I don't need to. So, there's no need to be unnecessarily anal with everything.
No, that's
especially if you're so
consistent
day to day. Like, these are just things that are very negligible at that point.
Yeah, like if you're having the coffee cream every day, cool.
Yeah, that's constant.
Of course it is. Jill has like 18 cups of coffee. Jill can't go anywhere without getting coffee. I don't know if you guys know that, but
HR is attacking me. I'm gonna need some.
I feel attacked.
I feel so attacked.
Can somebody please see me because I don't feel seen right now.
I just need to find something that says like the coffee diet or something, and then I'll feel better.
Then you'll feel better. At least we got the ice cream cleanse.
Yeah.
There is that.
Oh my god, actually this one just seems so ridiculous. I don't think anyone really does this one, but I screen capped it because it's just so dumb. It's called the Vision Diet. Your face just went blank.
Just dropped.
Yeah, like, so you basically eat everything.
Carrots.
While, what? Oh, vene. You eat everything while wearing blue tinted glasses.
No.
This is a thing. I don't think anyone does it though. That's the thing. Like this is so outlandish. I just don't think that this is a thing.
Blue tinted glasses.
Yeah.
Like
so the
blue light
rationale,
glasses?
not blue light glasses, blue tinted. Like everything is blue. So the idea behind this is that red and yellow colored foods are more palatable to the eye, I guess.
McDonald's.
Basically, that's like the interesting thing about like food logos and labels and stuff. Like they literally just focus on like the color. Like blue is like trust and loyalty and like it's super weird. But anyway, to continue, like meat, French fries, ripe produce, like these are designed to make you like want them more. So the blue tinted glasses are supposed to make food less appetizing, making you eat less. And basically this is on like a 10 out of 10 of crazy apparently, so, which duh, but yeah, it's just, are you gonna wear blue tinted glasses like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Like, are you gonna wear them in a restaurant when you're out to eat with your family? Like,
you're like, hold on, guys.
Just Outback Steakhouse. Like, let me just put my shades on, just
okay.
Yeah, this is just I it's so hard to believe that this is actually
the fact that even somebody like typed that.
Yeah, I'm like, where did you hear this from?
Where did you think of this? Why would you think of this?
This should have actually been a game, actually. Like, I just make something up out of my head, and then you have to guess if it's actually a diet or not. That'd be a good idea.
The fish diet. I think carrots was a much better choice, but,
Yeah, honestly, can't go wrong with a good baby carrot.
Oh, with hummus?
Yeah. Yes.
I love carrots and hummus.
So good.
Babe and hummus.
It's like that time you told me to make a vegetable board, and I was like, oh, you like the plastic one you picked up at the grocery store? And you're like, no, you heathen.
So offended. Jen was just like, here's my vegetables, what do we do with them? Like, we chop them and put them nicely on a plate.
When you said like vegetable platter, I'm like, oh, the plastic one from the place.
No.
And you're like, no, Jen.
It looked so much better, didn't it?
It did. Okay.
So you were happy with
You're
fresh, non-preservative fucking vegetables.
Dipped in hummus instead of ranch. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It was fine. It worked out good. So the next one, this one was on Reddit, but the screen cap looks like it's from Tumblr. So we got a little bit of Tumblr sneaking in here.
Okay.
Also,
all the degenerate sites.
it seems like, I feel like this would be a joke, but honestly the tags just make me think this is an actual recommendation someone made. So diet advice, just eat for the size you want. So if you want to be small, order small. Having this mindset can help with weight loss without actually tracking anything, since you'll be getting used to smaller portions and eating fewer calories. So there's some issues here,
but
also
no.
it doesn't account for a lot of things that we need to.
Yeah.
So you have the right idea with smaller portions.
Yes.
Especially if we're talking about someone who's coming out of a standard American diet.
Yes.
But protein diet approach, kind of having an idea of where your intake is at.
Honestly, I feel like that is one of the biggest things that we're up against. Obviously, some of these are ridiculous, but just in general, like people not understanding how important protein is in their diet.
Oh yeah.
We so take that for granted.
And I feel like sometimes I can be a broken record with getting your protein in or getting some kind of protein in every meal, but it's really just because this is so important.
It literally is. It's
such an important habit.
The foundational habit of a diet.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, what should I do on this trip? Hey, protein in every meal. That's going to help you stay satiated. That's going to be something to structure your meals around. It's such an important habit.
And particularly if people are eating out, you do have to make a conscious effort to get enough protein. It's really easy to eat carbs and fats.
Actually, one of my clients this week, she ordered a salad while eating out, and she was just like, it was just such a joke how much protein they gave me in my meal. And I'm like, that's why I usually order, I ask for extra.
Yeah.
I even did that at dinner the other day, and they actually did not skimp at all. So I was like,
she was like, whoa. I
actually didn't need to do that, but.
You never know.
Sometimes ask for extra anyway, just because
they do
such a terrible job at giving you protein.
Dude, and I'll be like, hey, how much is on there? And then the people are always like, oh, it's like this much. And then it comes out,
and
it's
then
like,
you get 3 shrimps.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So I typically always will order extra, but that's me going out of my way to do that. And a lot of people don't even think about that. There's times where I'll be like, hey, I'm going to order this and that. And then it's so funny, and people Oh, are you sure you want that? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like we'll go to Kiki's and I'm like, I'll get like an omelet and then I'll get like a thing of pancakes and it's like, that's literally 2 orders of food.
And eggs and like
and like bacon or something.
It's like, what?
I'm like, are you actually gonna fit? Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have probably all the pancakes.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna
have
like the omelet and then subtract like use like the pancakes in place of the hash browns. It's a system.
It is a system.
And yes, I'll eat all of it.
And it's important because that, like, those types of small steps, especially when you're traveling, or you're eating out or whatever, is so vital. Like, you go to Chipotle, get double meat. You know what I mean? Like, just pay the dollar or whatever it is, get it. If you're going somewhere, just order literally extra of what you are.
I've ordered like a bigger bowl of something just for the fact that I wanted more protein in it.
Exactly, and you don't have to eat the other stuff. Yeah. Or
you just get extra like I know, for example, I'm thinking of Fresh Kitchen. Like, I wanted like the 3 proteins instead of the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'll just get another thing of veggies if I really don't want like another big thing added to the bowl.
Exactly. And I think people
bad thing there.
Either don't want to make the substitutions or they don't think about them or whatever, but it really is so important. And like having like like a yogurt as like a meal is like not acceptable. Have a yogurt with something.
That's a snack.
You know what I mean?
Snicky snack.
But have that with something. You know what I mean? Or if you want to have enough yogurt, that's fine, but make sure you eat a lot of it, right? But most people aren't going to be doing that. They're going to be having like a little, like one of the tiny ones. It's like 12 grams. And you're like, okay, this is not...
Activia.
Yeah, like, okay, sure, that has like 3 grams of protein. Yeah. Cool.
Oh my God, it's so crazy how little they have. And, it's so funny to me. I'm like, God, this is...
Yeah, the marketing's ridiculous. Like, oh, this is good for your stomach. You're like, what? This is an ounce of yogurt.
Like 2 ounces of yogurt?
Like, what is...
You want me to get the entire package?
Yeah.
Like, all 6 packs of...
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. That might be sort of useful. And I also forget, too, when it's not Greek yogurt and it's regular yogurt, like, just how different... You're like, whoa.
Yeah, and I was like weighing that. I'm like, I just... I'll go with Greek yogurt and then you could just flavor it the way you want.
Yeah, it's so much easier. But yeah, almost all of these diets, which not just these, but literally every fad diet or every whatever, is just generally lacking in the understanding that having multiple protein servings a day is probably going to be the most important thing that you can do for your metabolism.
It's such an important change. It doesn't even matter like what level of experience you have or where you're starting from. No. Like anyone can benefit from more protein.
Yeah.
Or at least having some more structure in that area.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just have to make that conscious effort of, okay, I'm going to have this multiple times a day. I'm maybe going to order extra, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah. So this one is called. Why did my? Oh, never mind. You know that the brightness just like adjusts itself. Like, okay, I'm blind now. This one is called the Beverly Hills Diet.
Oh,
we're in for a good one here.
This is going to be so good.
Oh, I think you'll like it. Okay, so
it's like coffee and cocaine.
Champagne, actually.
Hey, okay.
Okay, so you start your day.
This doesn't sound too bad, actually.
So you wake up in your bed. You start your day with one kind of fruit and eat as much of it as you want.
Okay.
And then you wait an hour, then you switch to eating another kind of fruit in unlimited quantities. Okay, so you've had 2 like unlimited amounts of fruit so far. Then you wait 2 hours and progress to other food groups. Then you continue to combine protein and fat or carbs and fat, but you can't combine protein and carbs for whatever reason,
What?
This is going based on like food combining, I guess.
I
guess some people have rationale behind it, but you can't mix fruit with any other foods, and you can't eat any artificial foods. Foods.
You're like fruit snacks? Is that count?
Fruit snacks? Is that Snicker snack? And on the plus side, you don't have to count any calories, and you can drink champagne with anything.
Wow.
So there's a lot happening here.
There is a lot.
There's a lot happening here. So one of the points that this person made in the rationale is that, combining some foods helps to separate them and helps with digestion. And the complicated rules that you have to follow ultimately makes this difficult to mindlessly eat.
Okay.
And like that's not really a reason to follow a diet, but
yeah, carbs and fats are really easy to mindlessly eat, but all good.
Yeah, so like this plan is just so complicated, like I just can't mindlessly eat anything. Like alright.
How dense do you think people are?
If anything, people want this stuff dumbed down a little bit more and just made simple to follow. I feel like that's a big reason why people go to like quick fixes. It's like, oh, I
Yeah,
have
it's
this plan,
super
I don't
simple.
have to think about it. So
But the
this
alternative is not, oh, this is complicated, let me not eat.
Yeah, I'm like, that's definitely not what happens.
Hey, you guys clearly didn't do your research on psychology here, but
and there's like
I'm all about the champagne, just kidding. I mean,
no, like, you know, I haven't seen anything on food combining and, you know, the benefits of that. I don't see any reason why that needs to be a thing.
I just got this question the other day, and I do think that there is one example that this is
For satiety purposes, or?
not food group, basically, so people will say, oh, you want to have protein and fat meals or protein and carb meals, because if you have too much of it together, it's easier to store fat. So I will say that in a surplus, it's already easy for your body to store fat. So if you really want to be like super, super nitpicky, I would say that if you're in a surplus and you are eating carbs, it would probably be advantageous to eat those carbs without a ton of fat. But I'm talking about a real surplus for people.
Yeah.
Not maintenance, not diet. And this is like a big surplus.
reverse
You know what I mean? Like this is not a period where you're within a normal calorie range. Like these are people who are pushing food, like bodybuilders, powerlifters who are trying to get as big as possible and not just trying to get like sloppy fat. Right? So that's the one time that I agree with that. But that is so not most people.
No.
That it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so, you know, the context in which we work, especially, it just...
Yeah.
It's not
Most
the case.
of our clients are not eating... I mean, I have a few clients who are...
I have a few clients who are eating a lot of food.
Yes.
And
But...
I'm just like, I don't know how you do it. But here you go.
But here, I'm going to keep doing it because you're responding great. But yeah, again, that's still... It's still within... Like, it might be a little bit of a surplus for them, but it's still not like this crazy unbridled, like... Try to gain as much weight, you know,
Yeah,
like
1,000 carb days, like Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Like for those days, his fat's very low.
Yeah, that's where it's a little bit more applicable.
Yeah, like okay, yeah, that makes sense because he doesn't want to just get super fat. That's not his goal.
So are
He's
you
done
saying that champagne with every meal is okay?
Yeah, I support that. I mean, now I really feel attacked, but
we are really attacking you.
you are ice cream, coffee, champagne.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, no, I do. I mean, I do love champagne, but the fruit, like for 2 hours thing is very weird
it's
to
like
me.
okay, so you're gonna eat unlimited amounts
Like,
and
what?
and then wait an hour,
And then eat
do
more?
it again, wait 2 hours. Like, is this like a pyramid?
Like, what are we
approach?
doing?
I
That
don't-
seems
It
so.
literally didn't give me any other details other than that. I'm like, I don't really get
That's so
the
weird.
point of it. I mean,
That sounds like some Beverly Hills shit, though.
yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised they at least ate. It wasn't
Yeah.
just champagne.
You know, at least, you know, we're having some fruit.
There's some nutrients here.
We're having some fruit.
Put
we're
the
having
fruit
some
in the
protein.
champagne and then.
Oh,
okay,
okay. So is that what they mean? Just
I think
sangria or
so.
something,
just
or-
just mimosas.
Oh, definitely.
That's all we're doing. They're like, really, it's a fruit salad in my champagne.
Quote unquote. Haha.
Having a grape salad for dinner.
Oh.
Fermented
Pours a bottle of
grapes.
wine.
God.
I have some grape salad waiting for me. Oh, 19 crowns.
The best.
Anyway, you know, I think, you know, let's just do maybe one or two more.
Okay, yeah.
Because I
Wrap
feel
it
like
up.
we've been talking for a while.
We have.
And maybe you guys are tired of it. I don't know. Maybe you're still listening. I don't know. But
Okay, one
you
more
can tell
good
I'm
one.
tired. Okay, one more good one? I
Yes.
can't guarantee that.
Oh.
Oh, God. Anyway, this is pressure. Too much pressure.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this one says there's more days, like after this, I guess, that's included. I only found like the first 3 days of this diet. So it's basically
Only 3 day diet.
3 days.
What do you think's gonna happen?
No,
in
there's
3
more.
days?
There's more than 3 days. I'm
Well,
just
the ice
saying
cream
that.
one was 3 days.
Oh yeah, you're right. 200. Quick way to spend $200. This one says first 3 days of lose 10 kilograms in 15 days. So it's a 15-day diet. And 10 kilograms, if we don't know, it's like what 20 something, 22.
20, probably 23.
Yeah. So 23 pounds in 15 days.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Sounds
So yeah,
sick.
let's go through the first 3 days. So breakfast, pretty much, you know, let's go through day one. Breakfast is a cup of bold coffee
Wow.
plus 1 sugar cube.
That's where the cocaine comes in. Got it.
That's where it is. Okay. Knew it. Knew
Is that
it's
a
here
bowl of
somewhere.
sugar? No.
No.
But you'll like this.
It's fun sugar. Just kidding. Don't do drugs. Lunch is 2 hard.
Jill's like a dare instructor now. Guys, we're just kidding. Don't do drugs. Please don't do us. Don't do it.
Oh, I saw an infographic on Instagram. It was DARE. Drugs are really expensive.
That's so funny.
You need a motivation to not do drugs.
Remember DARE?
Yeah, I do. 8th grade memories.
Yeah.
Lunch is 2 hard-boiled eggs, some steamed spinach, and 1 tomato.
Breakfast was just the bold coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
For pretty much all 3 days, you're going to have coffee. I mean,
Okay.
no, day 3 is tea. And 2 dates.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is just...
So we're replacing coffee with tea and then adding...
2 dates. Yeah.
Which is like 30 carbs?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I have no words, obviously. Just like do the pan to the camera. Okay. And dinner is 300 grams of steamed fish.
And your tears?
1 lettuce. Maybe 1 head of lettuce, because it does show a head of lettuce. But I don't know, 1 lettuce is very small too.
Yeah. 1 leaf of lettuce is
There's a big range for us to work with here. And 1 lemon for dinner. Okay. So are we eating the lemon? Are we squeezing all of it? Or
I just put it in my eyes to make this end. Just create pain.
I don't want to look at
Get me out of my misery!
Yeah, so day 2 is pretty similar, except, lunch is 4 steamed chicken fillets and 1 cup of low-fat yogurt for lunch.
So specific.
And, you're having the same dinner, so 1 lettuce,
Okay.
1 lemon,
1 lettuce.
and steamed fish. And day 3, you're having that cup of tea for breakfast. You're having half of a steamed chicken breast for lunch and 1 portion of lettuce this time. Different wording here. And for dinner, you're just having 1 portion of salad, which is basically comprised of cabbage, tomato, and celery.
No protein.
No protein.
Okay.
It's a really fast way to crash diet.
I can see why you're losing the 10 kilos now.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I can't talk just because I have no words.
Your body's like just shriveling away.
Yeah.
The lack of nutrients.
I'm dysfunctioning right now.
You can handle the cocaine for 2 days, and then by day 3 they're like, we'll give you some dates. It's fine. You maybe need a little kick. Okay, I really want to know how to make bold coffee.
Yeah, bold coffee. Okay.
Really curious.
Sorry, I only have mediocre coffee.
Yeah, right. Like what? Like I like light roast.
Yeah, that's literally.
Yeah, that's a horrible diet, and sadly, out of all of these, I feel like people would probably actually do that one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not too crazy.
It's not too crazy. It
And
literally just says like, hey, these are your meals.
Do these things.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
That makes
hungry.
it easy.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Not even just hungry. Like it's just that's again where we go back to, sure you can do that for 3 days,
It's
15
not even,
days,
Like try to get through 1 day.
whatever. Right? Like you can do a lot of things for a month, right?
If you're motivated.
But the after effects of those kinds of things are just so
It's
out
like
of control.
such
And
an
with
easy way
New
to
Year's coming up,
Get into that yo-yo cycle.
even if you guys listening, again, we always talk about these crazy things, and we know that most of you guys listening are not going to be doing these. But if you are talking to people, family, friends, significant others, coworkers, whatever, a lot of people are going to be trying to do these things. Or if you're like the fitness person in their life, they're going to be asking you, right?
Do this diet.
Should I do?
Oh, let's kickstart the new year.
Yeah.
No.
Unless we're doing bold coffee with champagne, I'm in. But besides that,
Mixed or just double fisting or
double fisting.
next podcast.
Next podcast.
Lauren promises you.
Hey, I'll definitely do a
Locked in.
podcast with coffee and champagne. Don't even try me, dude.
Okay. I guess we'll celebrate 100 and whatever.
Oh my god,
episode.
because we never celebrated 100.
I'm
we just
so mad about that.
We just celebrated an awkward podcast.
I'm so mad.
We're like, so guys, we're here with champagne for the 112th podcast.
So depressing.
No, but really, we're just gonna celebrate a random one. But yeah,
We'll
so
just pick it out. Yeah, we'll just.
we know
spring
that
it
you
on
guys are not going to be doing these crazy New Year's diets, but for other people who are, try and educate them on a few things. Maybe share the other podcasts with them.
Yeah, share one of the podcasts, give them that information. The more information that people have on these things, the less likely they are to be sucked into those types of diets.
And when people don't know this, it's easy for us to kind of scoff at it, but don't be condescending. Be like, listen, like I've done stupid stuff like that too, but here's why this doesn't work, and here's a few easy things to do. And generally people just want help. If they're like, oh my god, now I'm doing this. No, okay, go, you do it. Now I've told you what might happen, but be open to trying to educate people. And, doesn't mean you need to fix their whole diet and their whole life, but just give them a little bit of advice. Hey, drink some more water, have some protein, all this kind of stuff, and that will really help. So, Happy New Year, everybody. We will see you guys
next year.
So funny. We'll see you guys next year if we make it. Just kidding. And if you want to check out any of the other podcasts, any articles that we've written, send us a funny email or apply for coaching. You can do all of that.
You just say a funny email?
A funny email, yeah. I don't know why I threw that in there, but maybe don't do that, all right?
Tell us a joke.
Send them just send them to Jill.
Hey!
Just send funny.
I get enough spam emails.
Just send funny stuff to Jill.
Oh my God.
Anyways, you can find all of that on teamlookatfit.com, and we will catch you guys next week and
next year.
Bye.